Are you a new insurance agent and maybe you're feeling a little chicken about certain things? Maybe you're just not feeling as confident as maybe you should, or maybe you're just debating whether you should become an insurance agent at all. Well, you found the right video. I'm going to give you 4 things that you're going to want to know before you take the leap into this time-tested and noble profession. So I'm going to give this content to you today, the 4 things that you're going to need to know before you put your toes into this water. If you want to make the wealth, you're going to want to know this. So I'm Jason, your friend in the business here at jasonfinalexpense.com. I do partner and recruit agents across this nation to sell life, Medicare, and annuities face-to-face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So if you'd like any free resources, they're there on my website for the taking, and I appreciate you joining with me today. So first off, chickens get fried. And when we feel a little chicken, we lack that confidence, you're not going to capitalize. And that is so important to know. Belief is the backbone of this industry. And when you don't have that belief in you and you've got nothing but the butterflies a churning, you're not going to have these higher levels of capitalization because it's kind of tapping you out here. Tip number 1, if you're taking notes, I'm going to give you 4 today. Tip number 1 is you've got to be ready to take the leap. And yes, it is a leap of faith. You've got to go all in or not at all. Belief is the backbone of this industry. And if you don't have belief that you can do it, well, maybe you're right. This is why being trained, coached, mentored, having good scripts, having good turnkey systems are so vital to your success, because stress seeps in like the cold and it can take you out. And I don't want that for you. So if you don't want to be a chicken, if you don't want to get fried, okay, like I like my chicken at times, then you want to pay careful attention to this. Take the leap. When you're ready and ready to dominate, you've got to have courage. Courage is important too, but you've got to go all in or not at all. Seeds of doubt will take you out in this industry. That's why this is so important. Don't dip your toe in the water. It may be cold, just like when I jump into lakes, okay, that are fed from glaciers. It's cold. Your feet can go numb just putting your feet in the river water for just a short period of time. But you know what? Just get it over with. You've got to take the leap, jump, get in. Even if you're a part-time agent, you can get after it and grow your business, but do your part-time work with a full-time effort. We've got a lot of amazing part-time agents that join my national insurance agency here at jasonfinalexpense.com. You can see this at the end of the video. I'll put some resources up here too, some testimonials, but it's so important that when you become a part-time agent, you can be amazingly successful, but you've got to take the leap and you've got to lunge forward with all that's in you. So if you're a full-time agent, move forward with full-time effort. If you're a part-time agent, you can be powerful, but you've got to be serious about this. Don't just dip your toe in the water with 1 call, 2 call, and then take the rest of the day off. Just don't even do it at all if that's you. Okay, so you've got to jump in, get after it completely. If you want to capitalize, even if you're part-time, you've got to have this full-time warrior mindset within you. So don't take the leap until you're ready to go. Okay, you got to get off the guardrails and just jump. The water's deep enough, you'll be fine, okay? Tip number 2 is you need to have seed money before you start. You do not jump into this business with $0 in your pocket. If you want to be successful, it's all about one thing, and that's volume of leads. Once you're trained, once you're coached, once you've vetted your trainer, your agency, it's all about having that seed money. Because if you don't have any seed money, you're going to see very quickly that your belief will diminish as your seed money goes down. It takes a lot of agents out of this industry that get shined on by some IMOs and FMOs that say, everybody makes it. Everybody makes 100 grand, 200 grand, do these 3 things. It's not the truth, okay? Those that do are those that get. It's a performance-based industry, and if you want to be able to have great prospects to talk to, you got to pay for them, okay? It doesn't mean you need to be overpaying for aged leads or even new leads. So if you need good resources for great lead vendors, reach out. I'll serve you with that on my website as well. But aged leads are absolutely amazing. Make sure you're not paying more than $2 for a very new aged lead. There's no reason for it, okay? But even aged leads, they're a great short-term solution. Don't stay there, okay? Leverage up. Doing the right thing is much different than doing this safe thing. And some agents, they stay sometimes on aged leads forever, and they don't find higher levels of success because there's a little bit of risk that has to be taken to get that reward. That's why I say tip number 1, you've got to take that leap of faith. That leap is important. Belief. Belief is the backbone of this industry. If you believe you can do it, you're probably right, but it's not always going to feel like success. All right. It just won't. You're going to have days where you're underpaid, days where you're overpaid, but you've got to have a volume of leads. When you start in insurance sales, if you want to find success, it's all about that seed money. Okay. Start with enough seed money to grow your garden. If not, the weeds of your life, okay, are going to work you right out of this business because you got maybe 20 leads. That's it. Okay. You got maybe 30 aged leads, and that's all you got. Don't jump into these waters. Okay. You're going to dip your toe and go, ooh, that's cold. I'm going home where it's warm and comfortable. This is not a comfortable business. So if you're jumping into insurance sales, don't look at it with rose-colored glasses. It looks like real work. It looks like real levels of success when you make it, but you've got to understand you're going to jump in. It's going to be cold. You're going to be like, you're going to feel it in your chest for a second. Now get ready to capitalize when you've been trained. Do it. Okay. But aged leads, you need a volume of it. That's going to fix your stress. Okay. If you're not paying much for your leads, it's not as painful when someone tells you no. And when you make that sale, there's nothing better. Success, it's good stuff. All right. So when you are prepared to start, tip number 2, have enough seed money to be successful. Position yourself powerfully with a good agency like mine or another one that can really help you propel yourself. But you got to be ready. Chickens will get fried. Okay. You want to find success? Don't be a chicken. You just got to jump when everybody else says, oh, I just got to wait. You got to jump when everybody's like, ooh, I'm not sure. Okay. You want to have reward. You got to take a level of risk, and buying leads is a level of risk. That's why it's important to start with age leads and then move your way up into more exclusive leads, better intent leads. But age leads are amazing. You got to have a good, mind about you when you touch them. Don't have a polluted mind. The next thing I want to share with you, tip number 3, is do not make your own Facebook leads when you're brand new. Okay. It's going to hurt you. Making your own Facebook leads or even paying somebody to make your own Facebook leads, just don't do it when you're new and starting out. It's tedious. It's frustrating. It's financially expensive if somebody else does it for you. And there's no guarantee that you're going to get this like constant barrage of $3, $5, $6 leads. It's not true. You may start off like that, and then you're going to find that the lead prices spike. You're going to find out that your ad campaign got shut down. Making your own Facebook leads can be insanely frustrating, and sometimes new agents are like, I'm going to be a professional marketer. Well, if you want to make it, tip number 4, focus on what makes you the money. Okay, don't be a chicken here. Dive in. Okay, and I know you want to capitalize. You're no chicken, which is why you're watching this content, and I hope this content is bringing value to you today. And if it is, please share it with a buddy. Feel free to like it, share it with a neighbor, a friend, so that they can hopefully get this level of training that'll help them not get shined on. So focus on what makes you the revenue. Tip number 4, focus on what makes you the revenue. What makes you the revenue? Selling or marketing? You want to be a beast? You want to capitalize? Don't be a chicken here. Just buy leads. Don't overcomplicate a very simple business. I'd rather buy, a couple hundred aged leads than to be futzing around with a Facebook campaign, dealing with something that gets shut down, frustrates me, and now I'm spending hours and hours and hours, either playing with my Facebook campaign, getting frustrated. I'd rather just sell, buy leads, see the people. Buy leads, talk to the people. If you're in telesales, buy leads, talk to the people. It's so simple. Don't focus on marketing. Marketing is sometimes a safe place. You just got to jump in, and the strong will survive. Those that are feeling like they're a little chicken, you've got that churn in your gut. I get it. When I first started in telesales, dear goodness, over 2+ decades ago, 20+ years, when I first started, I genuinely had the butterflies in my stomach, and I used the bathroom more times than I would care to admit. But guess what? If you dig deep, you have courage, you hopefully will be where I am in 20 years plus, doing the same thing, but you've got to dig deep. You've got to be courageous, all right? Tip number 1, you got to take the leap. Go all in or not at all. Get into a place where you start. You got to do. You got to be diligent. You've got to buy your leads. You've got to just jump and go buy them. And then you got to not focus on being a professional marketer. If you want to make it, you've got to focus on what makes you the revenue. That's what's going to really help you capitalize. Selling versus marketing. Don't get sold a bill of goods. Dive in with all levels of sincerity. If you don't have a lot of money, that's okay. Buy a bunch of good aged leads. And if you need good aged leads, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. I'll help you, in any way I can. But buy leads and see the people. It is such a simple business. If you want to find success, I hope these tips you will take to heart. Get a good script. get good training, get good mentoring, and then have the courage to capitalize. This is a performance-based industry. Those that do are those that get. And I know you get this. If I can serve in any way, reach out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.